Hey guys, Don Keating here, Team Donnyboy8. I want to do a video for you guys the best that I can on another bot that I use for trading. This is Crypto World Evolution. These guys are pretty picky on what you could show and not show, so I'm going to try to stay in compliance of what they can show. Okay, so first off, any results that you see here are not guaranteed in any way. You know, past results that you see here are not guarantee of future results, but I'm going to show you exactly what the results have been currently from myself. You'll see the actual live trades, and like I said, you cannot you know, if you see a loss or a gain here, it could be totally different if you decided to buy this and use it for trading. So just keep that in mind. Nothing can be guaranteed here. You are investing in live crypto trading and an automatic trading bot, so things do tend to change a lot. So I wanted to just go over first off, if you guys have watched this before, this one here, you're buying a software for the bot, and each license, I guess you'd call it, will give you a certain amount of trading. So you can have the $2,000, you know, to be able to trade $2,000 of Bitcoin for $500. That's how much the license is for 1 year. Or you can have pay $2,000 and get access to 10,000 of Bitcoin trading. You know, sometimes there's specials where they give bonuses and sometimes not. And if you wanted to, you know, if you had, you know, $30,000 that you wanted to trade, then you would have three of the $2,000 licenses. So that's the way that they work, and that's the packages they have. So, you know, depending on how much you want to trade and how much you want in the bots, depending on how big of a software license and how many licenses you need. Okay, and they're, like I said, they're good for 1 year. They trade, and you only well, first off, you pay that no matter what, and then if the bots make you profit, then you get you have to pay them 20% of the profit that the bot makes per week. So each week it does an overview of your account, and if it made profit that week, you have to pay 20% of that profit that the bot made back to CWE. And you know, there's a couple reasons that they do it that way. You know, they say that it motivates them to keep helping you know, make better bots and you know, increase the money that we make, because if we're not making any money, then they don't make any extra money, you know. So there's that. You guys, you know, look at it and take it for what it's worth. You know, there's different bots. I can only talk about the one that I have used, and it's their HPSI bot, and they do come out with different ones pretty consistently, and they do have a couple running at the same time. They have this is the automatic bot. I have it on 100% automatic, HPSI bot. And I'll be honest, when I first started with CWE, there was a definite learning curve. I started this about 2 months ago, and it was, you know, obviously I started it right when the bear market really started to kick off. So I had huge losses right off the bat that I'm still kind of digging out from. But I did a couple tweaks on it. I went over in some past videos about how to help, and then one of the big things that they started to do just earlier this week was they have this stop loss that you could pick, and you type in whatever you want your stop loss to be. Because what I would have to do is, if I saw a coin was bought or a token was bought and it went the wrong direction, I would come in here once a day and just search through, and anything that was 5% or more of a loss, I would manually sell. Well, now with this setup, I could put this at whatever I want. I currently have it at 4%. So you'll see as I scroll down here, you'll see completed in the status, and it may have a loss here. That means that it did the stop loss. It went above 4%. and sold instead of having to ride coins down. And you know, if you've ever done bots before, you hold huge bags of, you know, decisions that the bot made that didn't work out, and they can be down, you know, 10, 15. I've had some as down as much as 50% in the past. You know, they I forget which coin it was. They had a hacking or something, and it went down, and I wasn't watching because I'm not online all the time watching these coins. And by the time I came in the next day and looked at it, it had lost, I believe it was 50%. It was a lot. So, you know, one thing you gotta keep in mind is 50% sounds like an awful amount, and you'll see some, you know, negatives in here. But the coins are, the trades are such a small percentage. They do, the way that they set this up is that it does a lot of small trades. So it doesn't have to bet on one trade working out. So you may have, you know, a lot of trades going on where they're only, you could see here the amount of coins that they bought here for POA. They have 142, you know, at 0.0007 BTC, which is, you know, $100 maybe. I'd have to figure that out, but it's not a lot comparative, you know, where you only have one coin and it's your whole portfolio. It depends on what you have. I have never gotten it to trade the full amount, so it's kind of strange. I have my thing set up for 5 BTC. I don't have that much trading power to begin with, but it seems if you put it for more than you have available, it tends to use more of the available Bitcoin. I can never get it to use 100% of the available Bitcoin either. So if I had a $10,000 limit, and that's what my software did, and I put it in for, you know, at the time, if Bitcoin was 10,000, I put it in for 1 Bitcoin. It just seemed like it never traded the entire available amount. It always had a whole bunch that was just sitting there on the side. So I just make a higher amount and, you know, try to get it up. But you can see even here it's only 30%. So I don't really I never figure out how to get it to trade the entire thing, but it does trade a lot. You can see here, like I said, this is 2 months old. This bot is probably a month old, because this is a newer one that I had made after I learned some, you know, some things from the past. And you can see how many orders it's completed. Sold by user, this was before this stop loss. So these are ones that I went in and manually sold for whatever reason, if they weren't working out or I didn't like them. And right now there's 151 live trades going on. So I can refresh that and you'll see if it changes. Let me just refresh it here. Hold on 1 second. Alright, there we go. So 158, it's still the same. So, but you can see here the trades. This is the trade ID, and it of course shows the date that it did it. The market, it's always, for mine, it's always BTC to whatever coin or token. The amount, the buy price, and if it's sold, it'll have the sell price. Okay. It has the current, if it's sold at this amount, what the profit would be, and if it says pending, it's a live trade that it didn't close or do anything with. It's an open. You know, you own these coins right now, and it's watching, using its information to buy or sell. Okay. So you can see some of them are positive, a lot of them are negative. You can see this one, it completed, it took the 1.4% profit on it. You cannot pick in this bot how much it sells at a profit in the automatic settings. That's one, you know, unfortunate with this bot. You can't really change a whole lot. If you start getting into wanting to change a lot on it, you're going to get into the other types of bots, which I have not used. I have not done the hybrid or anything like that. So, you know, if you're just using the full automatic mode, then, you know, you don't have a lot of customability on it. But you can see here that some of the things that they've done. These are, you know, green but pending, red pending, and here's another one that completed for 2.9. This one stop lossed out at -4%. There's a stop loss there. This one, for whatever, it's still saying it's going to be a positive, so it did not complete this one yet. So, but the you know, the information that they're using, the signals and whatnot, are saying that coin is still going to go. So they, you know, they still have it running, even though it's above some of these other ones that they sold. And there's just a lot going on in the background with these, but you can see. I just want to show you the last, you know, 2 or 3 pages, so you guys can, you know, pause this if you want to check it out. But you see, there's, you know, batches of a lot of green, you know, a whole bunch that are still just pending, and then once in a while you'll see a negative that's sold. And this is completely dependent on the market. You know, there's no control over what the market does any given day. So sometimes there's a whole batch of reds that are together. See, here's right here is a good example. A couple bad. I mean, you can see these are 2 coins, but the trade was wrong. It bought and stop loss on these for about 4 or 5% on each one. You know, so it happens. The market changes. You know, you go into a coin and it you know, you think it's going to do one thing and it doesn't. Here's a bunch here that they thought MTH was going to do one thing and it didn't. But this limit, the stop loss limits the damage, which is good, because I'll show you. I'll just randomly go to a page. This is before, when I messed with it. You can see these blue users sold. This is when I was still learning. This is back in March. So it's like one of the first trades on this bot. But you can see minus 11, minus 12, you know. Here's 20, you know. So if you're not watching these things, you really can get burnt by them. Minus 17. So you gotta watch that. But now with the new stop loss that they have, it makes it a lot easier and a lot more hands-off. I can't really show you the settings on these because there really isn't any. The only thing, I go in and I change the coins that I add for it to trade. And the only thing that I do there is every day normally I'll go into, I have this attached to Binance, so I'll go into Binance. Let me open that quick. Alright, so I'll go over here to Binance, and I'll come to the main front page, and all I will do is come over here to BTC and I'll click 24-hour change, and I click coins that are moving. So I'm using some blind information, you know, these are moving, so I'll pick some of these, but some of them I know I see on here a lot, so I'll pick them just because I know that they're going to continue to be active during the day. Sometimes I'll do the total opposite and I'll click this and I'll get the biggest losers. I mean, OMG was up huge yesterday. Today now it's down 9%. So ONT has been off and on, so that's what I usually have in my trades. You know, so you'll get a feel for what these coins do if you don't already kind of know. EOS had a huge week. Now it's pulling back, so is that one I might want to put on there thinking it's going to turn around. Sometimes, so it's a mix, and I usually keep it between 15 and 20 coins. You can add all the coins if you want, but I tend to stay around 15. 15 is the minimum that you have to have for the bot to trade, so I am usually between 15 and 20 most likely. But you could sit here and watch. I mean, I like to have activity, so I look at the volume. If it's a huge percentage gain but there's very low volume, then I usually will not pick that. You know, I want to have you know, decent movement on the coins, a decent volume, not just you know, sometimes a new coin will come up here and it'll be a huge percentage, but I won't add it because you know, a lot of times the next day it's the same or a bigger percentage downward. So you want to kind of, you know, check in, and of course you can click on any of them and get more information about them if you want to, but you know, just from doing it every day you kind of get a feel for what each coin is, and you know, you're basically picking it on opportunity for movement. You know, a 23 cent coin is much easier to move. 15 or 17 or 20%. compared to some of the coins here that are, you know, $20. Ethereum Classic, 5% move is pretty big for that, and that's why you see not a huge dollar amount coins. Here's one, you know, $45 coin, 4%. But you can see the higher percentages tend to be the smaller dollar amounts. You know, just the way it is. It's easier for a smaller coin, smaller dollar amount to move a larger percentage than it is for a bigger coin. But when the markets turn hot, sometimes coins fly up. You know, you just gotta keep an eye on it. I try to check it at least once a day, but I'm not sitting here looking at the coins all day every day. So that's just my trading style. But I wanted to kind of give you an idea of this one. This one's, like, again, harder. I'll probably get some crap about the video because they're just really strange about what you could show and not show, and it's really, for that very reason, it's not my favorite company. They should be, you know, let people show the product that they're supposedly paying thousands of dollars for. I have people ask me constantly for help on the bots, and you know, if they have a question, it's chances are other people have the same question. So for myself, having, you know, some followers that follow my channel and ask me questions, if I have one person ask me, it's a good chance that other people have the same question. So instead of me answering, you know, 25 people the same answer individually, it's easier for me to sometimes do a YouTube video and put it out, and those people get their question answered, plus other people will find the video and be, you know, interested in, and they have their questions answered as well. So I mean, I think it helps the company out, but you know, they don't see it that way, and you'll probably see that in the comments of this video. But that's it for this. If you guys have questions, always email me, donkeat, donkeat@gmail.com. I'll try to help out any way that I can. If I don't know the answer, I will 100% try to get it for you guys. You could also leave a comment below. I do try to read each and every comment and respond to every one of them as much as I can, as fast as I can. And then if you wouldn't mind, like and subscribe to the channel. Helps it out. Helps new people find the information, and hopefully help them out in a jam, or you know, find the newest trading bots or programs or ICOs and all those kind of things that I follow on the channel. And if you want to get notified when new videos post, you can just click the notification bell to the right, and you'll get notified when new videos post, and you know, you'll get an email, and if it's something you're interested in, you can follow it. And hopefully I help you guys out with new information, but I am open to suggestions. If you guys have something you would like to see, a review, an ICO, I will try to help you out and look at it and do a video, or you know, talk about it one-on-one. I'm more than open to do that. So that's it for this one here, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. I'm going to try to do at least a video every day or every other day, kind of keep more up to date, because this market is going to be starting to change quicker and quicker. I think May and definitely into June is going to be huge for cryptocurrency, and I think it's going to be more and more in the public eye coming into you know, summer and then fall, and then who knows what will happen in winter again. Maybe another pullback, who knows. But we'll see what happens, and we'll be here together. So talk to you guys soon. Thanks.